Hello, welcome to Anime's. Finally, a full week of Anime figure pre-orders this week. This is the 5th to the 10th of January 2026, so the first full week of figures that have actually been released for pre-order this time. So we'll get straight on into it and look at the figures. Not too many this week, luckily, so comment, like, subscribe for keeping up with these figure releases, weekly figure releases that are coming out for pre-order. I don't cover Nendroids or generally action figures like Figmas, but if you do, let me know in the comments, and I might try and do dedicated videos for those potentially as like a monthly series, sort of thing, as a roundup, of action figures and stuff like that. But let me know if there's an interest in the comments down below for that. So we'll get straight into the scale figures that are coming out, that have released up for pre-order this week. Rina Made version by Union Creative, 27,500 yen. Coming out in September of this year. Very nice made figure, actually. I really like the hair shading as well going on here. The outfit looks very well sculpted and painted. Shoes look good. The shoes are shine black, so there's not really any shading there, but the broom looks really nicely done. And the hair sculpting is really good. Yeah, just a very cute figure. Actual made figure overall, I think. Just very adorable and very nicely sculpted and painted made figure. To be honest, I don't know the series is from, but she looks really good. So yeah, really good made figure to start off the week. Then we've got Kisuke series Agnes Claudel 1/8 by Kotobukiya, 20,990 yen, July 2026. Don't know the series at all, actually. The Legend of Heroes, not seen that at all. So I'm guessing a game. But yeah, she looks pretty good, actually. And who's by Kotobukiya. Yeah, it is pretty much typical Kotobukiya lineup. Staff looks really nicely done. Paint job and sculpting looks perfectly fine. Hair sculpting looks much better than a lot of other scale figures for this price range. A lot of the hair strands are individually done, and the gaps are actually hard to do. It's hard to manufacture that sort of detail and structure and support, so that's actually a nice touch. Hat removal is a nice touch as well, and they've done good shading throughout the actual figure. Yeah, a pretty good blonde-haired figure. 1/8 scale though, she's a bit on the small side. Kotobukiya, one of those manufacturers that likes doing 1/8 scales semi-frequently, actually. So it depends on your preference, if you like 1/8 scales or not. Obviously, I prefer quarter scales or larger scale figures in general, 1/6, 1/8, 1/6, 1/4. So yeah, and then we got Love is Indivisible by Twins, Naruji Jingwaji, 1/6 by Union Creative, 22,400 yen. August 2026. This one's a bit simpler, unfortunately, compared to the Kotobukiya one. Hair shading is good, but the sculpting is not as good. Shirt out. The sculpting of the t-shirt's nice, and the skirt looks fine. The rest of the outfit looks fine. A bit basic. You haven't got the staff, you haven't got the elaborate sculpting of the hair compared to Kotobukiya. All of that is a 1/8. This is a 1/6. So the 1/6 should mean painting should actually be easier to do since you've got larger surface area. So yeah, overall not too bad. I think they do the sort of how how Sami translucent the shirt is quite well, since obviously you can sort of see her underwear coming through where her chest area is. So yeah, I think they've done the sculpting and that look perfect fine. Yeah, overall nice figure. I've not seen the anime, so I don't know how good the anime actually is, unfortunately. To Loveru, Darkness swimsuit series, Haruna, quarter scale, Muse color version. So I'm guessing she's already been released before. I'm guessing in other colorways. So one of the swimsuit colors. So this is 38,400 yen or 410 yen, August 2026. So another expensive quarter scale, unfortunately. But from an iconic series, which obviously I think I really should get some Televeru figure of someone, one of the girls in my collection, to be honest, because I really do like Televeru, but I just don't have any of the figures. Yeah, and I think if I wanted to start one quarter scale, I'd have to be a completionist and get all of them, like all the freeing ones which are in their bodysuits. I'd want to get all of them. So yeah, she looks good, pretty simple though. So it's a very high price figure for a very simple design. The hair looks quite good. You're buying this because obviously it's a swimsuit quarter scale figure. of his sister from Televeru. So yeah, he looks fine. Overall, not too bad. It's just very expensive and very simple, unfortunately, for a swimsuit figure. Then we've got Hazy Moon Dragon, Hazy Smoke version 1/6 by Animatester, 16,720 yen, November 2026. Very interestingly sculpted, like the chair design. Very well, very thinly clothed outfit, obviously, not leaving a lot to the imagination. You potentially can lift those up, so they might be sculpted. It looks like they're painted on as well underneath the chest area. But so the composition looks really good. Painting looks fine. I think there's not a lot to the painting really. There's more detail to the painting on the chair than actually on her outfit. So like the blue tassels are just bog standard blue, pretty much no shading. She's obviously wearing blue underwear and nothing on the chest area. Looks fine. I think overall fine figure. I don't know. She's a bit more expensive than other Animatester figures, but that's because she's obviously sat on this pretty nicely sculpted chair with this vase and scents bowl, I think, next to her. So yeah, that's what you're paying the extra money for, but it's very good quality from Animatester, very reputable manufacturer. And then we got Melty Princess Mashoko Tensei, Eris, palm sized. So this is Eris obviously in sort of nightwear kind of thing, but palm size. So she's definitely evolved at a very small scale, but the hair shading looks really good, and sculpting looks perfectly fine. But for the price, makes sense. By Mega House, yeah, she looks good. I'm not tried any of these palm size figures, but for that sort of price range, I would rather get an actual scale figure if I can. Like there were some obviously like Bear Panda and Animatester where they do actual 1/6, 1/7 scale figures that are in the 7,000 yen range, and you got prize figures that are in this price range, which are larger than this anyways. So, but although her quality is probably a bit better than a lot of prize figures in terms of the paint quality, multiple face paint options as well is a nice touch. Nice bonus to have different facial expressions. Not something you'd normally see in this price range. GGG series Mobile Suit Gundam. Aina Sahalim Snow Knight version by Mega House, 16,830 yen, July 2026. Spacesuit looks okay. It's definitely more reminiscent of the older anime style space sci-fi ones from the 80s and 90s. That's at least what the detail I'm getting from here. So that is quite interesting actually. But it is Mobile Suit Gundam, which is obviously a very long-running universe, I guess you could say, not series, obviously, because there's different stories and whatnot to do with the Mobile Suit Gundam line. Although I'm not super familiar with the Mobile Suit Gundam universe overall, although I just know it's very big and very popular, especially with getting Gundams. But yeah, she looks fine overall. Fine looking figure for 17,000 yen. Yeah, not too bad overall. Just much more reminiscent of the older like animation and art style compared to what we see these days from anime. Then we got Wuthering Waves Yunlin 1/6 by Hanabi, 24,650 yen, October 2026. So 25,000 yen for this is actually impressive, to be honest. 1/6 scale figure. The sort of barrels storage box she sat on is very nicely sculpted and painted and weathered. The actual sort of ghost spirit behind her is very nicely done as well, and obviously that's going to be quite a good size compared to considering she's 1/6 scale. So yeah, there's a lot of intricate detailing going on here. Paint job looks really good. Sculpting looks fine. It's not like in sort of overboard in terms of the detailing, but everything looks fine overall. I think for a good price, 25,000 yen. So Hanabi. Hopefully we see. I don't own any figures from Hanabi. Hopefully there's something that they release that is more appealing to me. But it looks like because they're a Chinese manufacturer, they're going to do gacha games and stuff like that more so than actual IP anime. Usually is what we see with these Chinese manufacturers. Kedicole playing death games to put food on the table. Yuki body dress version on 7th by Kadakawa. 23,760 yen. November. Very cute bunny suit figure. Definitely much more elegant dress style bunny suit, I'd say. Not overly alluring. There's obviously a bit of a chest window there being put on view, but she's obviously not extremely stacked in the chest department. But the hair looks really nicely done, with some good gradient,ing I think, on the hair. It looks fine. It might be from how much light's in the photos here that you're not actually seeing a good gradient, like from dark to bright here in the hair. Is the only thing I can think of. I think they've gone a bit too much in the light area. At least that's from my perspective. And with it being sort of grey purple hair, it's definitely a lot harder to photograph and get the depths. This looks better actually here, with the actual dark to light shading, compared to the other photos. So yeah, she looks fine overall, I think, for 24,000 yen. What's 1/7 scale? Okay, yeah, she's not too bad. Then we got to Blossom Bunny, illustration by Love Cacao, court scale by Bear Panda, for 11,380 yen, coming out in December 2026. I have 2 court scales from Bear Panda already. Very good for the value. This one is a little bit more expensive, but it looks like the sculpt work is actually a bit better than the other 2 I have. So there's a little bit. It's about 3,000 yen more than the other 2 that I previously purchased. 2 to 3,000 yen more. But you got a veil on there, and there's a lot more sculpting into the actual like leggings and the bunny suit that's going on here, and obviously the position she's in. So and the hair actually I think is more detailed than the other 2 I have, which are actually up behind you guys. So yeah, I think worth the price, to be honest. I'm very tempted to nab this, as you know, it's not a bad price, and I love quarter scales. And the fact that she's sort of squatting down actually means she's not going to take up a lot of vertical space as well. So she's actually going to be a very good compact size for your figure, for your shelving situations. Then we got Kadokawa Kamitsubaiki City under construction. Kafu Morisaki, 7th by Kadokawa. So quite a few Kadokawa figures this week. 22,270 yen. March, so not that far away. This one, very vibrant pink hair. Very dark blue outfit with some shading in the blazer, but that's about it. The rest of it there, a weathered concrete construction base is definitely better than just a disc. And the sort of spirit animal thing she's got going on here looks fine. Yeah, it's a bit, for 23,000 yen. I was expecting probably a bit more for 1/7 scale. She looks fine. I don't know. I think it's maybe just because the blazers. It's very hard to find the highlights in that blazer. It's very hard to find any sort of shading, and there's not a lot of sculpting. They've not done tons of folds or creases in the blazer, but I suppose it's quite realistic since the blazer is quite a thick material. It would hold the fine edges a lot more, so that's probably a lot more realistic than you would think. So they have probably put some thought into actually how clothing would sit on people in person, depending on the type of clothing it is, which is not something I guess you'd be taken into account so much with figures when you're purchasing them. Normally, is it a hot waifu? Yes. Is it a character you like? Yes. Buy it. And if you've got the money to buy it, yes, then buy it. That's generally we pretty simple collectors. Yeah, I think it's not something we sort of pick out. I guess it's not one of those sort of points we elevate to more so. I guess there's more. Yeah, that's fair enough. Just a little ramble there, I suppose. Then we got a Misanthrope teaches a class for demihumans. Sue Uzami, 1/6 by Kadokawa, 20,290 yen. Okay, so bunny girl in the sort of shrine maiden schoolgirl outfit. Cute, minimal-ish shading. I think just the bare minimum prerequisite shading. Yeah, a bit dainty. She looks fine. Not something I'd be personally getting, but she definitely a bit more on the lolly-esque side, personally. She looks fine overall, but not something I'd pick up just as a. It doesn't catch my attention enough to really warrant much attention, I guess. Then we got 2 pop-up parade, Beach Queens, Lucy Heartfilia, Virgo form, swimsuit L size, but for 7,920 yen. I do like the L size pop-up parades. And I do obviously like Lucy in general, Heartfilia from Fairy Tail, one of my favourite animes. Do you like the swimsuit? It's pop-up parade, so I'm not expecting anything outlandish in terms of sculpt work or paint job. She's just adequate. Maybe a bit too simple. Good definition on that back sculpting there, though, I would say. In the archways, yeah, looks fine. Yeah, and darkened to the tips and the on the twin tails. She looks fine for an L size. I really should check up what other Fairy Tail figures there are. Because I was tempted to get the Lucy freeing one quarter scale. I need to hunt down one of those at some point. Then we got a re-release. I think a lot of people have been waiting for this. Expelled from Paradise, Angela Balzac quarter scale by freeing 36,300 yen, June 2026. So she was released a long time ago, number of years ago, and on the aftermarket she was just really high up there. Obviously, 36,300 yen for what I would amount to quite a popular series. Personally, I've not watched the animation, but it is like 3G special effects rendering rather than that traditional animation in the anime that I've seen. Or the sections of the scenes I've seen. But yes, this character I think is quite popular, and sculpting looks really good. Obviously, different, not your box standard, B style figure. And obviously they don't even mention it as a B style in this. So yeah, sculpting looks really good, especially twin tails, nicely sculpted, painted. Obviously her outfit looks really nicely done, and the fact she's lying down means you can put her in some more interesting poses rather than just a standing quarter scale. So yeah, she looks really good. I think if you've missed out on her and you were eyeing her up, it's going to be your time to buy this, because of how long you would probably wait for there to be another re-release. Since obviously the IPs, I don't think I've not heard any news of there being like a re-release of the anime or a remaster or anything, or another season coming out. So yeah, if you really like the character and you like the anime and you don't want to pay the aftermarket price, definitely get this while you can, I would say. Then we got Blue Archive Hoshina Battle 1/7 by Good Smart Shanghai, 20,800 yen, December 2026. Interesting riot shield with the fact that it has shotgun rounds built into it for storage. Yeah, Riot Gear Blue Archive is one of those sort of battle school kind of games, gacha games, so it makes sense. She looks fine. I think the tactical vest looks really good. The riot shield looks really nicely done and sculpted. Shotgun's a bit simple. It looks a bit more like a toy, unfortunately, with how shiny it is. But apart from that, I really like the riot shield and I really like the tactical vest. So yeah, the figure looks great, I think, overall. Just not more. I don't collect or play Blue Archive. I do have Blue Archive technically. I have Asuna Ichinose, just I don't. Just because she's stupidly sexy, obviously. Then we go to Talking Stupid Sexy. Azure Lane Franklin Heart Throbbing Records version 1/6 by Anigame, 20,790 yen. December 2026. Even if you don't play Azure Lane, this is one sexy nurse. She looks really good. Sculpting, outfit, design looks nice. Chest area, pose, the right squeeze in the right places. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I think definitely worth getting a hold of, even if you don't play Azure Lane. Very, very tempted to get this one. There is a other version which comes with, I don't know what extras it comes with. Showcase. Oh, you get an extra showcase. So for an extra 3,000 yen, you can get a showcase that comes with the figure as like an acrylic case sort of thing. That might be worth the extra money, to be honest, for it, just to protect this figure, especially if you're going to have a sort of poached up on your desk or something, or if you've got pets, which I do have a cat that comes into my room quite often, so that's something I really need to look at. But yeah, she looks really great looking figure, definitely worth getting a hold of, I think, for this really good looking Azure Lane figure. Then we got Arc Knights Ines 1/7 by Furyu, 26,400 yen. Okay, so November 2026. Furyu. Their pricings always seem to be a bit squiff. Okay, black and red, very dark red, so there's not a lot of dynamic range there. Very dark looking character. Very flat in the fringe, no hair shading, pretty much. The red's the only thing. I do like the red to black on the inside of her skirt or back, not skirt, or yeah, kind of this back cape thing going on, and the twisted weapons that are popping out everywhere look really nice. Very tactical, very dark, very menacing figure, but not something I'd spend 27,000 yen on for 1/6, which is very flat. I would say overall. Unfortunately, like the reds are very nice, and black and red are like my two favorite colors. But yeah, it's not something I would spend this kind of money on, to be honest. A bit on the pricier side. Then we go to Goddess of Victory Nikkei Milk Bunny 1/6 by VK End. 21,280 yen, August 2026. Very cute bodysuit figure. This leg strapping is yeah. I think this cable going here to the leg strap kind of implies something else, I think, than what it is actually inserted, I'd say. But yeah, looks like there is something that's inserted, and it's definitely getting her embarrassed based on her facial expression. So there is definitely a bit more lewdness to this figure than as implied that when you look at more of the detail from the figure. But yeah, overall nice looking figure. Painted on tights though. Obviously, but I think they had to do that with pink and white. You can't really do white stockings. I don't think I've actually seen Fring do white stockings at all before on any of their quarter scales. Might be interesting for Fring to actually try that at some point to do white, but I think it's hard for them to do that because it can obviously discolor over time very easily. Oh no, I've got a binding figure that's got white stockings. What am I on about? Of course, they've done white stockings from Good Smile. So I have. Don't ignore me. Yeah, pretty nice looking figure. And obviously Albedo with the white version has white stockings as well. So they have done white stockings. It's just white stockings, unfortunately. They can change. They can pick up colors, dyes, and transfers very easily, which is very obvious. Like when they're sat on the shelf, that's the only problem. But yeah, good looking figure overall, and from an up and coming manufacturer, I think. 1/6 scale is a good figure. Yeah, pretty simple looking figure. She looks nice overall, and there's definitely a bit more lewd implied as well. Then for the last normal figure, we've got Miyu Kurokawa, illustrated by YD, 1/6 by Fingal Toy, 8,000 yen. So very good price for this figure, 1/6 scale. So good size and paint job. This one also is a bit on the simpler side, sort of very shiny black body undersuit that she's got going on, with the skirt and the pink top. Looks really nice. The face mask, hair shading is bare minimal, I'd say. But yeah, I think for the price you can't moan really when it's 8,000 yen. That's the sort of thing when you can sort of let a lot go when the price is down so low. So yeah, pretty nice, assertive, and obviously if you're into that sort of latex kink, then you might actually really like this figure. I can definitely see it's definitely very sexy. I do like sort of space suits that cling to, thinking of Ghost in the Shell, I would say. Yeah, she looks really good overall. I think overall not bad. So, and from Fingal another new manufacturer, I think. So I've not heard of any other releases from this manufacturer. But that's it for normal scales. Now we go into the NSFW section. So these will not be linked below. There's only 2 releases this week. Pity-chan 1/7 by Mochi Works for July 2026 release. Obviously extremely disheveled, getting changed or torn up school outfit change kind of things are going on. Very lewd looking figure. I think comes with the mirror, standing mirror, alternative parts because she's cast off obviously. So yeah, fully cast off as well. I quite like this one actually. The hair shading looks really nice. I do like the sculpt work. The fact that she's obviously trying to cover up in some embarrassing way. Yeah, just a very nice, pretty sexy school outfit figure in my opinion. Yeah, I like it a lot, quite well. and there's a good price, I think, for 24,000 yen for this sort of figure for a cast off. And then we go to original character Hasami made Meru Hasama 1/6 by Hot Venus, 33,000 yen, which is quite common from Hot Venus to do 1/6 for 33,000 yen. November 2026. This one is a very nice made figure. I like this one a lot. I like this composure that she's in, with the broomstick obviously between her massive melons. Yeah, I like the outfit. Love the colours, the blues, rather than your traditional black made outfit. Yeah, so I like this original artwork. Really nice. Definitely like this a lot. So yeah, they've done quite well. And this alternative body swap where she's obviously got cream and she's the dessert, basically. Yeah, very very tempted to get this one. Really like this made outfit a lot. Yeah, I'm definitely would display her in this way. Yeah. Oh, and looks like you get another chest one where you don't have the it's the same one option. Obviously, you just don't have the strawberry in the mouth, and you don't have the dessert over her tits. So yeah, she looks really good. Very nice looking figure. Multiple face plates, obviously. So smiling, tongue out, and then there should be one with a strawberry, I think. Yeah, one with a strawberry in the mouth. That might be magnetic as well, to be honest, so they don't have to do too much. But yeah, you get a good amount of accessories, interchangeable face parts, 2 types, interchangeable chest parts, 2 types, undressed and breasts on a tray version. Breast on tray, use arm parts, small parts, strawberry, yep. Good, very nice looking figure. Very tempted to get this one actually for November, since I'm pretty light on November. And it definitely like these more original characters. I'm very much on a hype train, I think, of getting original characters rather than ones from anime. So yeah, that's it from this week of Anime Figure Orders. Shall subscribe, comment for if you're going to be pre-ordering any of these ones, and I shall catch you in another video. Thanks. Bye.